scattered, so
So,
everywhere is the
I
We're all the BRE House.
You are the BRE House.
What's up, guys? The day has finally come. It is the last time the four of us will be together
For a while.
in the BRE house.
In this
Ever.
house.
Oh yeah, this house.
Right.
Yeah.
We will be back
There's
there.
a new BRE House.
There is a new BRE house. Our house is the BRE house.
Why is
Or
your
half
house
of us
the
live
Because
there.
that's where everyone's gonna convene.
But what about for WrestleMania when all of you guys are in Dallas? Like, then I'll be the BRE house.
Then
Oh yeah,
that's true.
It's dependent
That's true.
on the area.
That's
Yeah,
true.
we can't claim
Yeah.
that. We're all scattered, so
So,
everywhere is the
I-
BRE.
We're all the BRE House.
You are the BRE House.
I leave for work tomorrow, and I'm gone and return Tuesday. And the movers arrive Tuesday. So Charlie here has been tasked with the great task of boxing up the rest of whatever needs to be boxed up. We do have movers that are gonna like pack up the
To the
kitchen
surprise of
and
no one.
whatnot because I just can't with our schedule. We just can't do it any other way. So we have to do that. And Jess is leaving in
driving.
like 3 days.
Making the
So
Leaving.
this is the last time I'm gonna see her.
I know, ever in our
Ever.
lives. This is how it's being made to feel a little bit.
But
Yeah.
as the BRE house is emptying, it is getting a little more sobering. The house is so large that like for a while we could take boxes and boxes out of here and it felt like we took nothing.
Yeah, that was annoying.
But it's all good now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about the good times. Because the truth is, this house is so much more of a ridiculous house than we will ever be in ever again in our lives. Truth?
We don't know what the future is gonna hold.
No, I wouldn't spend if I had the money to spend on this house. I wouldn't spend it on this house.
I could believe that like in the future you will get like a big mansion. Nothing.
No,
Unique like this,
I
but-
don't. This is too much house for me.
But like I can see.
I'm not ever gonna live with 4 other people in a house that would utilize this.
You never
Like
know.
me,
We
I'm
might,
not
we
gonna.
might move back in with you,
Please, love me.
Never gonna happen.
with Keith and Robert.
If you're gonna have kids and have a great big family, and this house is like a house this size is feasible, then that's fine.
No, they'll
But
just
imagine
do
just
everything.
me and Charlie living in this house. It's
Get
way
all
too much house.
All the dogs. Get more.
Yeah, well then we'd get a ranch and not a house.
A ranch, you guys, a ranch.
This house is also strange because of its age.
It's
And
historic.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how, I don't know about you guys, but
The timeline doesn't
can't-
match up.
I can't believe that we did it. There was no haunting. There was no ghosts.
Yeah, don't say that. We're still
let's
in
not-
here
I
for the
believe it.
night.
Yeah, let's not-
This is not
But
trigger
I'm not-
anything.
I'm not-
Sorry.
I'm not tempting them, but I think, but I'm gonna be honest, I think it's because we took good care of the
I
house.
believe it.
We took good care of the house, and I think it was like, that was part of the reason. But this is an old house. Like, really old. And we lived here. Like, we are like the end cap on a long lifespan of this weirdly ancient
Well,
house.
maybe. I mean,
So what's gonna happen? Have you explained to them what may happen to the house?
no. Well, it's just that it's up for sale, and actually they're bringing people in to look at it.
Oh,
So it might not
Okay,
be
well-
demoed or something.
Hopefully, it doesn't get demoed because it's a cool house.
Look at
Yeah.
these walls.
It looks like
who
we're in a
has, who
cave.
has these now?
Yeah.
If walls could talk.
Yeah. For real.
So are we gonna
They would
talk
say,
about
"I'm
our
old."
experiences just in this house, or
Yeah.
with the BRE,
In this house.
us living together? Oh, well.
This house.
I don't
This is
have-
specific.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing though. Like this house, like a hell of a house to be stuck in when we all
Yeah.
had to be stuck inside in 2020.
I don't.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
We were lucky.
Yeah,
Was I?
A lot of people weren't.
that's what I'm saying. What?
Yeah.
I didn't say
But I'm
that.
just saying, we were like.
I wasn't
We're
like
all
the
blessed.
entire world was
Blessed.
lucky that we were in this house.
I'm trying to remember, when did I move out? Was it during the pandemic or before?
During,
Puppy.
because it is 2021 right now, and we have been in that room for more than a year.
Before the pandemic? Before?
Yeah, it was like
Oh,
September.
it was before. Yeah, you're right. It was before.
Yeah, it was
Like,
before
right
it
before.
before it really got crazy.
No.
September.
After it was done being crazy.
I think it was before.
No, I
It
moved
was
out
definitely
before
before.
because I just signed. We're on our second year lease in this house. So
Yeah.
it was
Yeah,
before
but that was just, so that means you've been in it for only a year.
No, we've been in it for 2.
No.
We're coming up on this like the end of the second year.
They were definitely out before the pandemic, like, started, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
you
I
were
remember.
you were
Like
out of the
September,
house.
October.
Yeah.
The pandemic was in like February.
Yeah, of 2020. I moved in like October 19.
We didn't move into this house until
Now I'm
there was
getting
there was a
confused.
whole year before that you're missing.
I think you just blocked out 2020. Like,
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
a weird
Yeah.
time
It's
warp.
like a gap.
Did it happen?
Yeah.
Did it not?
No,
Dunno.
it definitely did. That time it did happen.
you
Yeah,
were
'cause she
stuck in that house during the pandemic.
Not
Yes.
stuck in it, but like that was
Yes.
where she was.
Yeah, make it sound so awful.
Yes.
You
Well,
were
we were all
stuck and
stuck.
imprisoned in your own home.
Yeah, it sucked.
Yeah, I'm just saying. She was
Why are you making it sound like it was wonderful? It sucked.
Can we talk about what we dealt with during all of that time when we were stuck inside our house? When a window in the feast
In the
room.
feast room,
Yeah.
there's this
God.
very high window. Like that no one can reach. It's a 19-foot
No, it's higher than that. Way higher than that.
No,
had
they
to
measured
bring in,
it.
They had to bring in a special ladder from another county, and I know this because I talked to the guys. Because the ladders that they
gosh.
normally carry won't reach that high.
It flipped open. It's just a window that like there's a latch on it and it flips open. And it flipped open. We didn't even know. So it's humid all the time in Florida. We have air conditioners running, so it created this humidity bubble in that room.
We didn't even realize.
And so like mold started growing on the walls, which to us was like emergency time.
Yeah.
Because we think we're gonna die from black mold poisoning.
Yeah, well, it can be really
some of
bad.
it was black.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. No, none of it was
No,
black.
it looked black.
Right, exactly.
All
it
mold
looked
looks
that way.
black.
Yep, that's
But-
why you get
Do
it
not
tested.
patronize me. I'll punch you in the face.
Try it. Try it and see what happens.
I'm kidding. Ah!
So what they had to do was come get that shut, seal up the whole room, dehumidify it, sand down the walls. And the problem is that room is like the central room in the house, so Jess's room in this circle is like, if this is the feast room,
I knew you were going to point at something.
this
What?
is Jess's room.
Yeah.
We need a map.
And this
We
was
need a diagram.
this was this room, and so we had to. You were still here for that, weren't you?
No.
Why were we in that room then? You were definitely here for that.
For what?
For the mold?
Yes, because we were in that room.
Were we?
No.
Yes, we were because you had to walk through our room to get
Yeah,
around.
but you were out.
Yeah, we were out of the room when she had to walk through. That's why it wasn't like we
you
didn't
may
even
have been
notice
still
that.
moving stuff over,
Yeah.
but you were out.
Yeah, we were.
You weren't sleeping.
But
in
I
there.
remember being in that room and you getting home.
Words
You're
and then
carrying
people
your gear.
wonder.
Yeah, I
And
know.
you
I
like-
like your little.
Yeah, you're carrying your gear and you just walk in the room and you're like.
Damn, when did I move?
But it's definitely before the pandemic.
But
You know-
that was during the pandemic.
It was during, but because
I'm
many months.
confused.
Listen, there were many months. Okay, there was a long time span, which is why I think it's confusing. Because like, I think you were at the beginning of it, and like,
Yeah, but that's weird, right?
There's
Because
some overlap.
that was in like June.
We'll figure out the timeline. Insert timeline.
Because you
here.
haven't been
Yeah.
you hadn't been
We're
to
gonna put the
DC
timeline.
because when
We moved in.
We need our
When did
post-its.
Steph move out? We don't know. Pandemic. No.
Question mark? Question mark?
Yeah,
Question mark?
I said we'll talk about this for an hour. I'd be like, I don't know.
it just goes to show you that how often Steph was here that we just can't remember.
Yeah.
I'm the forgettable
When-
one.
No.
when-
No,
no,
it was like nothing
It's that
that
you-
changed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's blurred.
Damn. I do remember that. Not the mold, but I remember when.
you don't remember this being sealed up and there's loud as fuck fans.
I don't think she was here during that.
Yeah, she was.
They weren't fans.
I
First
don't
of all,
think
they
she
were
was.
humidifiers.
No.
They were
dehumidifiers.
giant industrial size dehumidifiers
Loud.
that ran 24/7 right next to my bedroom, and we had the whole place was sectioned off, so I had to take the long way around to get into my room. It was a lot.
If you can
It-
imagine
No,
that.
I don't think you were here for that. I don't think she was here.
Yeah,
for
but
that.
then why were we in that
We
room?
weren't in the.
Yes,
I don't
we
think
were.
we were. I think you might
Or
have been
we
in
were
there
in
one
the
day.
process.
No,
of
we were
moving.
definitely
No.
in that room because you
She
walked
may
by.
have just moved out then. Maybe we were still there and then. Anyway, this is getting like
Because
confusing.
when you, I'm
Yeah.
telling you, no, guys, this is so confusing. So I'm telling you,
Why
when
is it
you
pressed?
walked in to come through our room to get to your room because this was sealed off.
I love that it's like your brain.
Where was Payback?
Yeah,
on
she's
this.
so
Where was-
stressed about this.
When was
Right.
Payback
Timeline.
2020? Hang on.
So, I have a story about
Yeah.
a snake.
Oh my god.
Can I tell the snake story?
Yes.
Yes.
So,
I mean, it involves you.
there was one.
Really, right? And
Well,
Tegan.
yeah, but we were
I mean,
having
Stephanie.
this was pre-pandemic, and we were having a barbecue. We had a bunch of people over here, and some of those people happened to be Candace and her dad, and I wanted to show them VR. Okay, so everyone's outside. Everybody, the whole house is outside right now by the pool. Right? I'm like, I'm gonna go get my VR headset, and I'm gonna get it ready, and then I'm gonna tell them to come in, and we can all play VR, and it's gonna be so much fun. So I come inside, I grab the VR headset, I turn around, and I start to walk back into the kitchen. And in the kitchen, right underneath the sink, is a giant, like 8 foot at least, black snake just laid in the kitchen right underneath the sink, just chilling,
Yeah.
just
Because
hanging
the door
out.
was left open. That's why. Now we don't leave that door.
So I immediately start going, snake, someone snake, help me, snake. And our dear, sweet friend, Tina
No, you
Knox-
didn't yell snake.
I did, I yelled snack is actually what I yelled.
You just said,
I did.
help!
Well, I didn't say
Yeah,
it.
it was
There
like
was some
yelling.
help. There were helps in there. And Tegan
We didn't move into this house until
took it
2020.
upon her. No, at the end, before.
Like, we moved in December 2019.
Right.
Mhm.
Yes. Snake story. Let me finish my snake story. Okay. I'm yelling for help. Tegan hears my cries. She comes running to the door. She opens it like she's gonna like whoop some ass to someone. Like she thinks I'm being attacked. Opens the door, sees the snake, immediately shuts the door and
Comes outside to us and goes, that like Tegan, our view of Tegan went like
Yeah,
this.
they can't see it.
Help! I got it! Nope.
That's exactly like
That's
it.
exactly how it happened.
And then Shayna, and so my main concern was the dogs. Okay, I did not want them to get in, and so I'm panicking and I feel trapped. I'm also like,
This snake is not, it's just a garden snake. Like it's
it's a black snake. Okay, it's a giant
a
black
black
snake.
racer.
So-
they're harmless.
So
They're good guys, actually.
I don't disagree, but I still don't want him slithering around the house and getting up in my bed in the middle. I got the low bed, okay? I don't need him getting up in my
Ooh,
blankets.
imagine if he was just like right outside your bed as you wake
And
up.
he's like, I just need to get a little bit warm, just a little bit of that body heat, get that cold blood. So I'm trying to like defend my side, and I run and I grab a machete. Because if he moves, I gotta do what I gotta do. Okay? I can't let him escape into the house. And so Shayna and Candace's dad, both the dads.
We're going to catch this
that were at
snake
the party.
alive and let him outside. And Jess is in the background going, I got a machete!
Yeah, I do.
I got a machete! And we're like,
He was
it's
gonna come out
fine.
and
Chop
Yeah.
the snake.
Yeah, we got
Got
him and
that
threw him outside. He bit Candace's dad.
He
He's
did,
fine.
but to be
He was
fair,
fine.
we were, when you stress them out and you cram them in a corner, and we had
Yeah.
the pool net, like I'm sure this terrified.
And they're harmless.
And they are. Listen, they're not malicious. He was legit, probably just like, I'd like to come inside where it's nice and
Yeah.
this is shady. I like this area. Like he wasn't being mean, okay, but he's not allowed in the house. All right, no snakes in the house. And so yeah, he bit Candace's dad, and then I was like, I gotta kill him. And then Shayna wouldn't let me, and she took him across the street and released him. And I said, he's just gonna come back. And then he lived out in the bushes the whole time. And I have so many videos. I'm gonna send you videos to edit in of me filming him in the bushes with like his little head poking
It
out.
isn't even
film you
confirmed.
on the ring cam when you like
It
jump
isn't-
in.
It
That has
isn't
to go
even.
in.
It isn't even
then when
confirmed
you
that
move,
it's the
it'll be
same
fine.
snake. There were 100 out there. There's a
No.
big field back
Jesus,
there.
I hope there wasn't.
It,
A whole
there was
A big
one.
enough field back there, by the way, that during this year of pandemic, we could go out there and do fun stuff out in the yard. Like, remember when we played with the football all day?
Oh yeah, the rugby ball.
No, football.
Rugby.
Throw
No.
around the old pigskin.
Why is everyone? By the way, we moved in here December 2019.
I actually
Oh yeah.
here. I got something.
Do you have a timeline?
I think so. So, oh, that doesn't.
Because you.
Okay,
you
so
started streaming
we moved
that
in. Yep, I started
Yeah,
streaming
yeah.
because of the pandemic. So I definitely was here
true.
during the pandemic. I think what it was is Keith moved into that house before I did, so that we signed the lease early
right.
before I even moved in. So I moved in like May or June, maybe a little bit after that. And by then we had to sign like a new lease a couple months after that. So
Right.
that's why we're in our second year, is because that's
that
what
makes
happened. So I was here for the pandemic, but for some reason, and you know I have bad memory anyway, so I don't remember anything.
I mean,
So
you
that-
should
the whole-
have
that whole mold
just
thing.
trusted me from the start.
We never.
Not so pressed about timelines. Timeline.
But now we know.
But we have to be, because this was the pandemic house.
Yeah.
That was. I feel like the pandemic, kind of like, at least with me, I started to stream and found a new passion. So like, I think you streamed before, right?
Yeah, I streamed before I was signed to my workplace. But then like I started streaming again last year. And I really liked it. And I had my little special room at the top, which if anyone watched the stream, the little triangle, like tiny little attic room was my first streaming area. But then
The mold.
I know the mold made us all move out and change places. But my story is I did a backflip in the pool and then fucking busted.
Oh,
my
yeah!
nose.
Blood
She-
everywhere.
So me and Charlie. So listen, this is okay. So this is during the pandemic. I'll tell you my side. We're goofing off in the pool. We have a pool. We go out. Like all we started doing every day was because we were doing TVs. We're here in town, so nobody had to travel really.
Continues all our story. I'm just kidding. No, you tell it better than me. Go on, continue.
Yeah.
Don't be petty. Continue the story.
Tell your story.
No, continue the story. I want to see your perspective of it.
Yeah.
Because like I went under and then I came up and then
Then she could
That's
have
your story.
her
No.
perspective after.
yeah.
Is
Tell
that
your
your story?
perspective. Tell your perspective of it. I was doing flips, like backflips in the pool, thinking I was a cool guy.
Mhm.
And I was doing backflips in the pool, thinking I was a cool guy, and I was doing it right on the edge where it dropped into the deep end. So I miscalculated the rise or the gradient of whatever the heck. And then I went back in my
I'm
face.
editing a picture in.
No.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah,
graph.
Anyway,
The
everyone
triangle.
saw it when I was streaming it because I had busted face. My face went straight into the concrete and I heard a crack. I know. And it was, I felt my neck crack, but it was also probably my nose. And I come up holding my face and I'm like, ah! What did I say?
I don't remember.
Wow.
And
Stop being
so
petty.
proud.
You're such a girl. Oh, sorry. Person that's petty. Oh, yeah, I came up
Cancelled.
and then I came up and I had blood all over me.
Because you were wet.
Yeah, because it
No,
was
no,
red,
just
and then I just
everywhere.
Yeah, it
She,
looked like
so
a
when
shark
she
attack.
would
Yeah.
go upside down, the dog would go
She would
crazy like she was
handstands.
drowning, and so we thought it was pretty fun.
I was doing handstands in the pool.
So she did this, and she comes up, and she's got her face covered, and I'm like, yeah, the dog, it was funny,
Oh.
and she goes, I hit my face, and it's just blood,
Yeah.
and all I can think
Oh god.
is like, oh no,
'Cause it's
how
during
am I gonna
pandemic.
take her to the hospital? I can't go in.
It was just when everything shut down, so it was like, oh god. But it was fine. And it's all
But yeah,
healed.
it was just a scrape, just a
Not
little
really.
scrape.
It was actually like quite a
Just a
wound.
little scrape.
It
Then
was
I
a
had to
deep, it was like
yeah,
a deep
the one on my
gap.
nose
Yeah.
was, and then I had to wear like what's that?
It looked like someone just took your face and like
Scraped
put
it.
you on the street.
Yeah,
and
like a
just-
cheese grater.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like then I had to go to work and put makeup on, so I had to like cover it with stuff and then
That
put
liquid bandage.
Yeah, that stuff.
And it burned. That stuff burns. It works, but it burns.
Yeah,
it
it
does
was
not feel good.
pretty.
And you never did a backflip in the pool ever?
No, I didn't. Not in the shallow end.
I just got a story
Yay.
that for some reason reminded me from that story. But I think it was because of you. So, me, and I'm not going to say their name because I don't know if they're going to like it. But, so I ate this delicious special cookies that a friend made for
Special
me.
cookies.
So I forgot, I think it was, I don't remember when it was, but, so I had special cookies made.
WrestleMania.
It was WrestleMania.
Yeah, with the pre-tape WrestleMania, the two.
And so I ate this cookie, and I must have miscalculated because, we have a professional.
There's lots
And
of
then-
miscalculations happening.
Yes, so I just ate a cookie because it was a cookie. And I go to sleep. I'm sitting on the couch watching this wonderful sports event. Just sitting on the couch, and then the next thing I know, I go to sleep. And I remember this specifically. I was dreaming that I was on a boat.
Oh no.
Yeah, like I felt like I was on a boat. And then all I remember was I threw up, and I tried to catch it, and we had pizza. It got on the pizza. I threw up, and it went everywhere, and I was just so not really there. That I just was screaming, what? Help. Help. And then the person that was next to me decided to go get help, but I thought I was screaming, but I guess the both of us was just talking normal. And
That sounds about right.
so they open up the door, and I don't know what they said, but the next thing I see is, I remember at least, running to the bathroom, but when I come back, I see Charlie with yellow gloves cleaning up my mess. It was traumatizing, but that is the union of BRE. That goes a long way. I still feel guilty to this day.
I think that one of my favorite times has nothing to do with anyone here, but when one Sarah Rowe from Roseborg decided that she wanted to just fight. She wanted to have a fight. And so she came here to train, and we trained twice a day.
Damn.
For a good while. We wrestled, we grappled, we did Thai boxing, we were exhausted, we were sore. She cooked meat.
Bacon. She bought that cool bacon thing. My griddle, the large bacon griddle. You can make 2 whole packs of bacon on that thing, man, at once, all at the same time. It's amazing. Thanks, Sarah.
But that was a cool time. What else?
We've got the gym is amazing. Mm-hmm. The puppies have a pool that they got to swim in.
Dennis learned how to swim thanks to his Meemaw. I would have never thought from day one when we first brought him in the pool, where he just felt like he was just frantic and panicky, and now he just Now you're Michael Phelps.
Yeah, professional, real athlete, going to the Olympics.
If Michael Phelps needed to wear a life jacket.
Listen. Michael Phelps ain't thick like Stannis, okay?
Yeah.
I have a athletically gifted animal. I have to poke at him somehow.
Also crazy.
Yeah. And now she's suckling.
Yeah.
She feels bad.
Yeah, you need to calm down.
She was embarrassed about her behavior.
Yeah, what the heck?
No, it was fine. It worked. It actually worked out. I feel like we all had enough space. We each had an office.
I love my office.
I know. So much. You had the coolest office at one point.
It was annoying to take the stuff up that spiral staircase.
But you did.
Which, coincidentally, is the problem with the gym.
Oh, yeah. It's a spiral staircase.
So the gym goes up this spiral staircase, and it can only fit certain gym equipment, because it's not like we're getting a squat rack up there. Or if we built it up there, it's not like we would take it down. So,
but remember, the owner said that they can open the window.
No, they took the window off.
Oh. I was like, we could just take it out the window.
Yeah, they took the window off there and got treadmill up there, and then put these new windows on that don't open like that.
They should have just left the treadmill then.
Why would they?
It seems like a lot of work.
Don't know. But I did learn the value of having a home gym if you're able. Even if all you're able to do is have, because for a while all we had was dumbbells and a bench. And you can get a total body workout in with dumbbells and a bench. That's all you need. I'm lucky enough that I had like Jess Duke that knows how to hold pads, so I could get different types of cardio and different types of workouts in. But all you need, guys, is dumbbells and a bench to get a workout, a home gym, to have a home gym. There's different ways that you can make lightweight heavy, and adjustable dumbbells are all over the place now. So yeah.
Remember that one time when the internet cut out because of the garbage guy?
They hit the wire. They picked
Happened a
up
couple
the
times,
can and
Yeah.
dumped it out, and when they put it back, it snapped the wire. I was in the middle of streaming when that happened. I was not happy.
How long was it until we figured it out? Like, what?
It was later. It was like later that day because we took the dogs out and saw what I thought at first was like a power line just laying in the driveway, and that's dangerous, by the way. I don't know if you've ever, if you ever see a power line down, don't touch it. But luckily, an internet line isn't going to electrocute anyone. But it does mean you don't have internet, and
And when you're streaming house, like a streaming house.
yeah, and then
Suggest that streams every day.
the garbage guys were trying to be like, "It's not our problem," and I'm like,
No one's taking accountability.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's your problem.
no one wanted to like take responsibility for it and to why they should
It's our
fix it.
fault.
Right. And it's like we put our trash cans where you tell us to. I can't beyond that we can do nothing. And it took several days to get that fixed. That was
And you remember the pain in the ass it is? We learned to have one of the downsides of having a house like this is there's a custom refrigerator. And so when something happens to the refrigerator, it takes forever because they need to find a certain specific technician that even knows about the refrigerator. Then they have to order the certain specific part because they don't have them on hand because it's custom. So annoying. So there was a couple times, actually you weren't here for one of the times. You were here for one of them.
Oh, yeah, because I was always the one making the phone calls.
Yeah,
to be
and so
rude.
one of the times I ponied up and just got a freaking cooler. And we lived out of the cooler and my beer fridge for a while. I sacrificed my beers being cold so we could fit like milk and stuff in the beer fridge. And then we put everything else in ice. And every day RJ was here, every day we'd go get a couple more bags of ice, drain the ice into the pool, and put fresh ice on top. Ugh, that was annoying. And also the sewage backing up.
That was after I moved, I remember
Well,
that.
the sewage backed up and they kept blaming us.
Yeah,
And we
our
were
fault.
all like, no,
No.
and they
Not
would
us.
call
We're
someone,
not dumb. We're not flushing
okay,
shit, like-
it's fixed, and then a month later it happened again, and they're like, we told you not to do it, and we're like, we're not freaking doing
We
it.
never did it the first time.
Come to find out, the house is just old, and it's large, so the way they built the pipes, there's like a junction where all the pipes in the house meet, and at this junction, toilet paper got jammed. And
Toilet
so,
paper.
It's our fault.
Yeah.
Flush.
it wasn't anyone's fault, but that we need to have cheap-ass toilet paper that can get through those pipes.
We just told the world that we get expensive toilet paper, like bougie toilet paper. So now you get
We
like...
can't now.
No, we don't now.
We can't.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys ever need good toilet paper, you can come take a dump at my house.
That's good to
You
know.
don't gotta tell me twice.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the truth of the matter is, this house is like a time that we're always gonna look back on.
The house.
The
Yeah.
BRE House.
This is the.
I do
original.
feel like, though, it was like from the first house to this house was like such a glow up for all of us.
It was.
That like it reflected our lives, and now with this new chapter, it's still like life is still reflecting our lives, and we're just continuing to grow.
Move on and like
Yeah.
go on.
But we're still BRE
Because BRE
Way of-
for
for
life.
life.
Yeah.
Why'd you make that
I was
disgusting?
just like, why are we talking about
Yeah.